Pascal Math Contest 2001 Grade 9. Number 1. The value of 5 times 6 minus 3 times 4 over 6 plus 3. 5 times 6, that's the 30, minus 3 times 4, that's the 12, over 6 plus 3, that's the 9. So 18 over 9 equal to 2. So the number 1 answer is B. Number 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is divided by 10. The remainder is, so divisible by 10 rule is the ones digit is 0. This number ones digit is the 8. When they divided by 10, the remainder is the 8 because ones digit is 8. Similar rule is the divisible by 4, that means last 2 digits divisible by 4, then the number divisible by 4. If they gave us the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8 divided by 4, we just do last 2 digit because rule is last 2 digit. Use last 2 digit divided by 4, 19. Remainder 2. So that means the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8 divided by 4. That's the remainder 2. We just use the divisibility rule to do the remainder. So the number 2, the answer is E. Number 3, evaluate 2 to power 5 minus 2 cube over 2 square. So the problem, we use the factoring formula. Factoring formula, AB minus or plus AC. Factoring common factor A, that's the B plus or minus C. So this problem, 2 to power 3 and 2 to power 5, the common factor is the 2 cube. So we factor out 2 cube, common factor. The first, the number leave us the 2 to power 2. The second one leave us the 1. So 2 to power 5, actually we can write the 2 to power 3 plus 2. That's the 2 to power 3 times 2 to power 2. So that's why we factor out 2 cube. And the 2 cube, we can write as the 2 cube times 1. Factor out 2 cube, leave us the 1 over 2 square. Now we cancel the 2 square, that's the 1. Numerator minus 2 power, that's the 2. And bracket, that's the 4 minus 1, that's the 3. Denominator is the 1. That's the 6. Answer is A. Number 4, if x equals 1 over 4, which of the following has the largest value? A is the x, so that's the 1 over 4. B is x squared, that's the 1 over 4 bracket square. That's the 1 over 16. And C, 1 over 2x. That means the 1 over 2 times x is the 1 over 4. So that's the 1 over 8. The D is the 1 over x. That means the 1 over 4. So 1 over 4 reciprocal, that's the 4. And e is the square root of x. That means the square root of the 1 over 4. So that's the 1 over 2. So the largest value is the 4. So the answer is D. Number 5. In the diagram, the value of x is. So the angle BCD is the 130, and the ACB is the supplementary angle of the ACD. Their sum is the 180, so here is the 50. Tick mark tell us these two sides are equal, so angle A still the 50. So sum of the interior angle is the 180 for the triangle. So x is the 80. Therefore, the answer is C. Number 6. Anna's term mark was 80%. Her exam mark was 90%. In calculating her final mark, the term mark was given a weight of 70% and the exam mark a weight of 30%. What was her final mark? So the term mark was 80%. This gave a weight of 70%. So 70% of the 80, that's the final mark. And his exam mark was 90%. 90%. Also, the weight of exam mark, that's the 30%. So 30% of the 90 is the final, the mark. So the 100% cancel the 20. That's the 100%. So that's the 56% plus 100 percentage cancel 20. So that's the 27%. Add them together, that's the 83%. So number 6, the answer is B. Number 7, the least value of x, which makes 24, x minus 4 an integer. So 24, x minus 4. The A answer is the negative 44. So 24 over negative 44 minus 4. It's not an integer, so not our answer. The B, negative 28. So 24 over negative 28 minus 4, still not integer because they ask an integer least the value of the x, that's the integer. So the C is the negative 20. So 24 over negative the 20 minus 4, that's the 24 over negative 24, that's the negative 1. And negative 8, we don't need to do the negative 8 and the 0 because the negative the 20 less than negative 8 and the 0. They ask least the value of the x. So the answer is the C. Number 8. The 50th term in the sequence 5, 5x, 7x squared, 8x cubed 9x to power 4 is, now we write down this, the 5, 6x, 7x squared, 8x cubed, and the 9x to power 4. So we can continue on. They ask what's the 50th term. So for the coefficient, we can separate. The coefficient is the consecutive number, start from the 5 till the 50th term. The general term of arithmetic sequence is the a1 plus n minus 1 times common difference. So a1 is the 5. M minus 1, that's the 49. Common difference, that's the adjacent two number difference for this one is the 1. 5 plus 1 equals 6. 6 plus 1 equals 7. So times 1. So that means the AN in this term, in this problem, AN, that's the 54. That's a coefficient. For the variable term, first the 5, the first term is that's the 1. The second is the 1 times x. So geometric sequence is the AN equals the A times common ratio to the n minus 1. So for this one, A50, so A is the 1 times the common ratio is the x. What's the common ratio? Equals the A2 over A1. So x over 1, that's the x. So common ratio is the x. So times x, n minus 1, n is the 50 minus 1 equals x to the 49. So combine the coefficient and the variable term, that's the 54, x to the power 49. So the answer is A. The perimeter of the triangle ABC is, now ABC is the right triangle. So the 8, 15, and 17, that's the Pythagorean triple. If you are not familiar, just use the Pythagorean theorem. Use the 8 square plus the 15 square equal to the 64 plus 225. That's the 289. That's the 17 square. So BC equals 17. That's the here 17. So the perimeter equals 8 plus 15 plus 17. That's the 40. So the answer is B. Number 10, Dean scored a total of 252 points in 28 basketball games. Ruth played 10 fewer games than Dean. Her scoring average was 0.5 points per game higher than Dean's scoring average. How many points in total did Ruth score? For the Dean, the total is the 252, the points. The game, the number of the games is the 28. We know the average also that the mean equals the sum of the numbers divided by the number of numbers. So 252 divided by 28, that's the 9, that's the Dean's average. And the rules is the 0.5 the points per game higher than the Dean's average. So the rules, the average is the 9.5. Also, the Roos play the 10 fewer games than Dean. Dean total is the 28. Roos plays the 10 less games. Her total game is the 18. So we use the 9.5 times the 18. That's the 171. So the Roos total points is the 171. That's the answer B. Number 11. Sahar walks at a constant rate for 10 minutes and then rides for 10 minutes. Which of these distance D versus time T graphs best represents his movement during these 20 minutes? So this is the y-axis, that's the distance, and the x-axis, that's the time. So the first 10 minutes, let's put the 10 here. In the first 10 minutes, he walks the constant speed for the first 10. Constant speed, if the 1 minute he walks the miles, so that's the first 10, because constant speed with the time the going, the distance will go far and far. And now from 10 to the 20, right, that means the distance stayed the same from 10 to 20. He didn't walk, but for the first 10 minutes, the distance go far and far and far away. So the graph roughly like this. So the number 11, the answer is D. Number 12, a bag contains 20 candies, 4 chocolate, 6 mint, and 10 butterscotch. Candies are removed randomly from the bag and eaten. What is the minimum number of the candies that must be removed to be certain that at least 2 candies of each flavor have been eaten? 4 chocolate and 6 mint, and also 10 butterscotch. So if we are really lucky, when we remove, so we remove the 6 candies, we can get the each of the 2. That's the really lucky the situation. But if we are not the lucky enough, we remove the 10, but it's all the butterscotch. Also remove the 6 mint, 16. That's still the no chocolate. So at least we move another 2. That's the not the best the situation. That's the really bad situation. We must remove the 18. And the very lucky situation, we move the 6. But they ask to be certain each of 2. So the answer is E. Number 13. Pierre celebrated his birthday on February 2, 2001. On that day, his age equaled the sum of the digits in the year in which he was born. In what year was Pierre born? So the choice A, that's the 1987. Sum of the digit is the 25. Sum of the digit. The age of that year is the 2001 minus 1987. That's the 14. Sum of the digit not equal to age. Choice B, that's the 1980. Sum of the digits, that's the 18. The age, that's the 2001 minus 1980. That's the 21. They are not equal. The choice C, that's the 1979. Sum of the digit is the 26. And the age is the 2001 minus 79. That's the 22. Still not equal. The choice D is the 1977. Sum of the digit is the 24. The age 2001 minus 1977, that's the 24. They are equal. So the number 13, the answer is D, 1977. Number 14. 20 tickets are numbered from 1 to 20. One ticket is drawn at random, with each ticket having an equal chance of selection. What is the probability that the ticket shows a number that is the multiple of the 3 or 5? Probability. Always we use the expected event over all event. For this question, that's the 20 number. Expected is the multiple of the 3 or 5. Multiple of the 3 in the 20, that's the 20 divided by 3. We use the floor function. Plus the 20 over 5, that's the multiple of the 5. We have the over counting. We need to correct. What's the over counting? 3 and 5. They are the least common multiple is the 15. We have the over counting. So we use the 20 over the 15. 20 over 3, that's the floor, is the 6. And 20 over 5, that's the 4. 20 over 15, that's the 1. That total is the 9. So expected is the 9. So if you don't know the floor function, just list the 1 to 20 number. Circle all the multiple of the 3 and the 5. And then still you can get 9 over 20. But in the grade 9, it's better you know a little bit about the floor function. So number 14, the answer is D. Number 15, the line L crosses the x-axis at -8, 0. The area of the shaded region is 16. What is the slope of the line L? Slope is the rise over run. For this problem, the rise is here. We don't know this part. So this point we can write as the 0 and the y. And the run is the from here to the orange, that's the 8. So we need to know what's the y, that's the rice. Run is the 8. Shaded area is the 16. So area equals the 1/2. Base times height. Base is the 8. Height is the y. The here. This the height. Now is the y. So the y equal to the 16 divided by 4. So we cancel the 2, that's the 4. 4y equals 16. Y equals 16 over 4, that's the 4. So the slope is the rise. Rise is the 4. Rise over run. Run is the 8. That's the 1 over 2. So the answer is A. Number 16. In the diagram, all the triangles are equilateral. The total number of equilateral triangles of any size is. The total number of the equilateral triangle, we first calculate side length is the 1. So that's the first row has the 1, second row 3, third row has the 5. Total is 9. The bottom one still have the 9. That's the 5, 3, 1. So the total is the 18. So the side length is the 2. This is the 1, 2, 3. So inside the top the triangle have the 3. Same thing for the bottom has the 3. But we have the another 2. That's the cross the 2, the big 3 by 3 triangle. One is this one, another one is this one. So these two cross the 2, the big 3, the side length 3 triangle. So that's the 3 plus 3 plus 2. That's the 8. And for the side length 3, definitely it's just have the 2. That's the bigger one. So the total is the 18 plus 8 plus 2. That's the 10, 28. So number 16, the answer is E. Number 17, in the rectangle shown, the value of A minus B is. So for this rectangle, from this one, if I label this one slope is M1, the parallel line has the same slope. This one will be the M1. And if perpendicular to M1, the line is the M2. Here is M2. So we know M is the slope. M equals the y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So in this problem, the y2, I use the 5, 5. So 5 minus, that's the 2, minus 2 over 5 minus 9, that's the negative, the 3 over 4. So also we know two lines perpendicular, the M1 equals negative the 1 over M2. They are the negative reciprocal. So M2 equals negative 1 over M1 equal to negative 1 over negative 3 over 4. 3 over 4 reciprocal is the 4 over 3. So negative negative is the positive. M2 equals 4 over 3. That's the rise over run. So that's the y2, 13 minus 5 over a minus 5. Cross multiplying, we have, that's the 4 times a minus 5 equal to, that's the 13 minus 5 is the 8. 8 times 3, that's the 24. So a minus 5 equals 6. A equal to the 11. So when A equals 11, and we also talk about the parallel line has the same slope. M1 equals the negative 3 over 4. Negative 3 over 4 equals y1 minus y2. That's the 13 minus b. x1 a. x1 is the 11 minus 15. Still cross multiplying. 11 minus 15, that's the negative 4. Actually, this is the negative 4, 11 minus 5. So equation both sides times negative 4. We get the 3 equal to 13 minus b. So 13 minus b equals 3. B equal to 13 minus 3. That's the 10. So A equals 11, B equals 10. The question asks A minus B, that's the 11 minus 10, that's the 1. So number 17, the answer is E. Number 18, the largest four-digit number whose digits add to 17 is the 9800. The fifth largest four-digit number whose digits have a sum of 17 is. The largest is the 9800. That's the largest one. And the second one is the 9710. And then the third one is the 9701. The fourth largest is the 9620. The fifth largest number, 96. So please pay attention. It's not 9602 because 2 can split to the 1 1. So 9611 is greater than 9602. So the fifth largest four-digit number is 9611. So the answer is C. Number 19. Two circles with equal radii are enclosed by a rectangle as shown. The distance between their center is 2x over 3. The value of x is. So the width is the x, so the radius will be the x over 2 because x is same as the diameter. So the radius is the x over 2, and from center to the tangent point still x over 2. And also distance between the two center That's the 2x over 3. And the sum of these numbers, x over 2 plus 2x over 3 plus x over 2 equal to the length of the rectangle, that's the 10. And also that means the 2x over 2 plus x over 2, that's the x. X plus the 2x over 3, that's the 5x over 3 equals 10. X equal to isolate x, 10 times 3 over 5, that is 6. So the value of the x is 6. The answer is C. Number 20. Square ABCD has an area of 4. E is the midpoint of AB. Similar, F, G, H, and J are the midpoints of the DE, CF, DG, and CH, respectively. The area of the triangle IDC is. Let's connect the CE. So ABCD area is the 4, so the side length is the 2. That means the CD equals 2 and the BC equals 2. So the area of the ACDE equals the half of the base, that's the 2, times the height, still the 2. So that's the 2. Area of the CDE equals 2. Now that will be easy after we calculate. F is the midpoint. That means the DF equals the EF. And CF is the median. The median divided the triangle CED into the two equal area triangle. So triangle CFD area equals the triangle the CEF area. So they equals half of the triangle ECD, the area. The area is half of the CED equals the 2 times 1 over 2. That's the 1. Because this part also 1. This part is the 1. Same thing. The triangle G is the midpoint. So G is the midpoint. So CGD. Area of the CGD is half of the CFD. So CGD, the area, is the half of the CFD area. CFD is the 1, that's the 1 over 2. H is the midpoint. CDH, the area, is half of the CGD. CGD is the 1 over 2. So CDH, that's the half of the half. That's the 1 over 4. Same thing. So I is also the midpoint. Midpoint, that's the D. I divided the triangle HDC into the two equal area triangle. So IDC equals half of the HCD. HCD is the 1 over 4 times 1 over 2. That's the 1 over 8. So the CID, the area, is the 1 over 8. That's the answer B. Number 21. Cindy leaves school at the same time every day. If she cycles at 20 km per hour, she arrives home at 4:30 in the afternoon. If she cycles at 10 km per hour, she arrives home at 5:15 in the afternoon. At what speed in kilometer per hour must she cycle to arrive home at 5 in the afternoon? This is a speed problem. Basically, we know speed equals the distance over time. And also the time, we can get the distance over speed. For this problem, we have the two speed. The time, we don't know how long take her, but we know she arrived home at what time. So the difference between the 4:30 and the 5:15, that's the 45 minutes. 45 minutes, that's the convert to the hour. That's the 45 over 60. That's the 3/4 hour. When she cycles at 10 km per hour, so distance over 10, that's the time she used, minus the distance over 20. That's the speed is the 20. Time difference is the 3/4 hour. So calculate this one. That's the 20. That's the d over 20 equals the 3/4. Equation both sides times 20. That d equals the 15. So distance equals 15. When she cycled at the 20, so the time is the 15 over 20. 3/4 hour. That's the 45 minutes. So he cycled the 20, used the 45 minutes. He arrived home at the 4:30. That means she leave the school at the 3:45 because the 4:30 minus 45 minutes, that's the 3:45. She leave the school at the 3:45. Try to arrive the home at 5 o'clock. She must use the time is the 1:15. 1:15, the 1 hour, 15 minutes convert to the hour. That's the 15 over 60. So that's the 1 and 1/4. That's the 5/4 hours. So the speed equals distance. That's the 15. We already find it. Time is the 5/4. So that's the 15 times 4/5. That's the 3 equal to 12. So if she want to arrive home at the 5 o'clock, the speed must be the 12 miles per hour. So that's the answer D. Number 22. In the diagram, AB and BD are radii of a circle with center B. The area of sector ABD is 2 pi, which is the 1/8 of the area of the circle. The area of shaded area is shaded area, we can use the area of the sector ABD. That's the area of the sector ABD. So that's the ABD minus triangle area ABC, area of the ABC. That's the shaded area. And the sector ABD area, that's the given 2 pi minus the problem we need to find the triangle ABC. Let the theta be the angle the B. So the sector area of the sector, the formula is the theta over 360 times pi r square. And the theta over 360. So they told us the area is the 1/8 of the total area. So 1/8, first we can get the 1/8 equals theta over 360. So the theta cross multiplying equals the 360 divided by 8. That's the 45 degree. And also a 45 too. That's the right triangle. So the area, we can use the BC times AC divided by 2. Or we can use the AB, the square, divided by 4. So first we need to find what's the radius. Now we have the 1/8 of the pi r square is the 2 pi. So r square, we cancel pi. R square equals the 16. So what's the r? That's the BD, is the radius AB, also the radius. So we have the AB square. We know the triangle area. We can use the AC times BC, base times height, divided by 2. We also can use the hypotenuse square, that's the C square. Here, well, C is the AB, so we also can use the AB square divided by 4. This is the C square, so AB square divided by 4, only for the isosceles right triangle. AC equals BC, the area equals base times height divided by 2, also hypotenuse square divided by 4. So hypotenuse square, that's the in this problem, hypotenuse AB, also the radius of the r. So this problem is the r square divided by 4. R square is the 16. So 16 over 4, that's the 4. 4 is the triangle ABC area. So we use the sector ABD area minus triangle ABC area is the 4. So the answer is the 2 pi minus 4. That's the choice A. Number 23. 5 points are located on a line. When the distance between pairs of the points are listed from smallest to largest, the list reads 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, K, 13, 15, 17, 19. What is the value of K? So let's draw this the 5 point. So we label them as the A, what our B, C, D, E. So W, X, Y, z. So 10 distance can be AB, AC, AD, AE. AB equals W, AC equals W plus X, AD equals W plus X plus the Y, AE equals W plus X plus Y plus Z. Longest distance is the 19, so that equals 19. And also, we still have the BC equals X, BD equal to the X plus Y, and the BE equal to the X plus Y plus Z. Now start with the CD is Y, CE is Y plus Z, and DE, that's the Z. Not least from smallest to the largest. So if I add the 10, the distance, add them together, that means we add the equation together. The left, so this column, the left column, we add them together. That's the 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 plus k plus 13 plus 15 plus 17 plus 19. That's the 90 plus k. So equation left side is the 90 plus k equal to the right side. We have the 4w, add 10 equation together. That's the 4w plus, so 6x plus 6y plus the 4z. Now we factor out 2, equation both sides divided by 2. That's the 45 plus the k over 2 equal to the 2w plus 3x plus 3y plus 2z. So we still can rewrite as the 2. We have the 2w, 3x write as the 2x plus x, 2y plus the y plus the z. Still we have the x plus the y. So now we know w plus x plus y equal the 19. So we have the 45 plus k over 2 equal to 38 plus x plus y. And also we simplify, that's the 7 plus the k over 2 equal to the x plus y. So because the k over 2 must be the integer, so k is the even number. Between 8 and 13, only the even number is 10 and 12. So 10 and 12 is the even number. So probably k equals the 10 or k equals the 12. If k equals the 10, that means the 7 plus 10 over 2 equals x plus y. So left side is the 12 equals x plus y. So x plus y equals the 12. X plus y equals 12. So xy can be the 4 and 8. Also 5 and 7. X equals the 4. Y equals the 8. X plus y equals 12. W plus z equal 2. So 19 minus 12 equals 7. So 7 is the 2 and 5. So that W and Z must be 2 or 5. So that's the W is the 2, Z is the 5. Now we can see that this one, W plus X is the AC must be equal to the 6, but are the distance no 6, so 4 and 8 not work. If W and Y is the 5, 7, same thing, 5 and 7. Let's we do another one, 5 and 7. If the X and the Y is the 5 and 7, and the W plus Z still the 7. 7, that means the only 2 plus 5 is the 7, but we already used the 5, only 1 5, so that 5 and 7 not work. Now we do K equals the 12. That means the 7, because our equation is here. 7 plus 12 over 2, that's the 6. That means the 13 equal to x plus y. X plus y equals 13. So k is the 12. So now we suppose k is the 12. And x plus y equals 13. That's only the 5 and 8. Now we have the 5 and 8, x and y. So here is the 5. Here is the 8. So that's the x equals the, we let equals 5. Y equals the 8. X plus y, that's the BD, is the 13. Now we cross the 5, cross the 13, cross the 8, and the k is the 12. Now what's the W? So W plus the Z equals the 6. So W and Z, because the total is the 19, and the W plus X plus Y equals 13. So W plus Z must be the 6. So for the 10 distance, only 2 plus 4 is the 6. So that means W is the 2. We can put W is the 2 and Z is the 4. Now W equals 2. Now in our distance list, we cross the 2. WXY equal to the 15. WXY equals the 15. We have the 15, cross the 15. W plus X equals 7. W plus X, 2 plus 5, cross the 7. And now XYZ equal to, that's the 17. X, Y, Z. 5 plus 8, that's the 17. We cross the 17. AE, total is the 19. We cross the 17. And the Z equals 4. So we cross the 4. Now it works. So the K, the value of the K is 12. Answer is E. Number 24. A sealed bottle which contains water has been constructed by attaching a cylinder of radius 1 cm to a cylinder of radius 3 cm, as shown in figure A. When the bottle is right side up, the height of the water inside is 20 centimeters, as shown in the cross-section of the bottle in figure B. When the bottle is upside down, the height of the liquid is 28 cm, as shown in the figure. What is the total height in the centimeter of the bottle? Let the total of the height is the x, and the figure B, the water level is the 20, and the smaller one, empty part, that's the x minus 20. And the figure C, the smaller this part, the empty part, the height is x minus 28. And we know that's the smaller cylinder. The radius is the 1, and the large cylinder radius is 3. Sit on smaller the cylinder and sit on the bigger cylinder. The water volume is the same. The water volume is the same. That means the empty, the volume is the same too. We know volume, the formula is the pi r squared times height. Figure B, figure C, water volume is the same. So empty, the volume is the same too. So figure B, the empty volume is the pi r, that's the 1 square. Height is the x minus 20. So pi r squared. And the figure C, the pi r is the radius, the base area, pi r squared, that's the 3 square times height. Height is x minus 28. So we use the figure, the empty part, the volume is the equal, the water volume is the equal. So now both sides cancels the pi. So x minus 20 equals 9x minus 252. So we move the x to another side, give us 8x equal to, that's the 232. X equal to 29. So the total height of the bottle is the 29 centimeter. That's the choice A. Number 25. A palindrome is a positive integer whose digits are the same when read forwards or backwards. For example, 288 is a 4-digit palindrome, and 49194 is a 5-digit palindrome. There are pairs of 4-digit palindrome whose sum is a 5-digit palindrome. One such pair is the 2882, and 9339. How many such pairs are there? Now, we let the one palindrome is the ABBA. Another palindrome is the CDDC. And the sum of the two palindrome is the 5-digit. For the 5-digit, A plus C maximum carry is the 1. So that's the 1. And A plus C must be the 1. And we use the E, F, E. So from the 1st digit, we know A plus C equals the 11. From the 1000th digit, A plus C equals carry the 11. So that means that A plus C equals 11. A plus C equals 11. That means that A can be the A and C, that means that A and C can be the 2 plus 9 and 3 plus 8, 4 plus 7, 5 plus 6, 6 plus 5, 7 plus 4, 8 plus 3, 9 plus 2. Total is 8 pair. But for AC, if we do A, B, the A, and C, D, C, also the C, D, C plus the A, B, A. So this is the same pair. Because the sum is the 5-digit, they are same pair. So we use the 8 divided by 2. That's the for AC only. We can use the 4 pairs. So the pair order doesn't matter. So ABBCA plus the CDDC, same as the CDDC as the ABBA. So AC has the 4 pair. Plus C equals 11. If B plus D greater than 10, that means the E equals the 2 because A plus C equals 11 plus carry 1. So equals to the 2. E equals to 2. That means we do the ABBA plus CDDC equals the 1, 2, F2, 1. So 1st digit, A plus C equals 11, carry 1. B plus D, so equals the 2. So B plus D plus the carry 1 equals the 2. That means B plus D equals the 11. That means the total have the 8 cases, B plus D. So 2 to the 9. Why the B plus D has the 9 cases and the A plus C just the 4 cases? Because when we figure out the A and the C, so A and C, so A, B, B, A, and the C, D, D, C, also the A, D, D, C, and A, D, D, A, C, B, B, C. That's the different pair. So for the B and B plus D equals 11. That's total 8 cases. So A plus C has the 4 cases times B plus D has the 8 cases. That means the 32 cases when E equals to the 2, total 32 cases. So if the B plus D no carry, so that means the 1000 digit is the 1. So that's the case like this. A, B, B, A plus the C, D, D, C. If B plus D no carry, that means the 1000 digit will be the 11. The 1st digit and the 10th digit still the 11. So B plus D plus carry 1 for 10th digit equals the 1. That means B plus D equals 0. So B plus D equals 0 and no carry. That means only the B plus D, B equals the D equals the 0. They can be the 1, but they cannot be the 10. If they have the 10, B plus D will the carry. So A plus C 1000 digit cannot be the 1. So when E equals the 1, that's only the A has the 4 cases, B, D only the 1 choice. That's the 4 cases. So total, that's the 32 plus 4. 32 is the B plus D equals the 11. And plus the 4, that's the B plus D equals 0. Total 36 cases. So the answer is C.